Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra. Well, in this edition, we're going to be focusing on the upcoming IPO space, especially the pharma sector, which is going to witness another entrant into the stock markets as Mankind Pharma IPO will open for subscription on April 25th. Now, the company is engaged in developing, manufacturing, and the marketing of diverse set of pharmaceutical formulations that is across the various acute chronic therapeutic areas, as well as several of the consumer healthcare products as well. And now to discuss more about the upcoming IPO and the future prospects and the growth vision that the company has going forward from here, joining me is the top management of the company. Mr. Rajiv Juneja joins in. He's the Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Mankind Pharma. Welcome, sir, and thank you so much for taking the time out for this discussion on Business Today TV. Let me begin by understanding from you, first of all, the details about the IPO, the issue size that you're looking at, the price band that you have set, and the objective of launching this IPO.
Answer to your question basically is why this IPO process has been started. Just to give exit to our existing investors, Capital International and Chris Capital, and that's one reason we were committed to really, give them exit. So this process was started. Having said that, if you look at the journey of Mankind, in which this Mankind was started in 1995 with a capital of only 50 lakh rupees, and we have come to this level. That basically tells about we basically are biased towards execution at lightning speed. If you look at any organization, there are many boxes in that. One can be R&D. We have 600 scientists working in Mankind. We could crack one molecule, dydrogesterone, where in R&D it is being said that it's a kind of a journey without destination. But we are quite lucky in that we could crack that. If you look at this chronic side, 34% contribution come from chronic side. And if you compare how Mankind is growing, the growth of Mankind is 1.3 times to Indian pharma industry. In consumer side, we have iconic brands like Manforce Condom, which is India's #1 brand, 30% market share. Braga News is pregnancy card, again #1, and we have 80% market share. Unwanted 72, again it's #1 brand in its category and 60% market share. Acne Star, we have many more brands, Neurokind, Amlokind, Amnikind. So we've always gone, belief is that we should move towards leadership side. To your answer to your question, the price band is 1,026 rupees to 1,080 rupees. 13 shares in a multiple of 13 shares.
Yeah.
7.5% would be offloaded out of 10%. By the existing investors and 2.5% by us promoters. Why it is offered for sale? Because we have always been a cash-rich company, debt-free company, never ever been having any kind of a debt. So we never needed money inside the company. It was basically to give exit to our existing shareholders.
Got that. Like you talked about, the various products that you're a market leader in currently in the domestic market. I also wanted to understand, as much as I have read through, your revenue mix really is tilted towards the domestic side largely, about 97% or so. Your revenues come in from the domestic market. Do you also have a focus which will shift out of the domestic market in the future, or do you want to keep it that way with more focus from the domestic market?
We are a very India-focused company, and if you look at the history of Mankind, you find we are one company which has never followed any kind of a status quo and never followed any fashion, any trend actually. For a good number of years, we were only focused for UP, and slowly and gradually we evolved to nearby states. We launched Maharashtra side 19 years back. We came to Delhi side. 2004, despite the fact that we come from Meerut.
Yes.
And it is only 70 kilometers away. So always been focused. And thought has always been, wherever we go, we should make a mark. Instead of just showing that we are present, no, we don't believe in that. Export, I just mentioned you, and 3% is export, because until and unless you have some special product, some
Right.
patent products, some complex products, some difficult to make products, going abroad, you can earn money tactically for 1 or 2 years, but later on it's obviously price war. So we don't believe in that. We believe that if we go, we should go with strong footing instead of just launching vanilla products. That's
Sure.
one reason our focus has always been India and
Okay.
Bharat.
Okay. You talked about a number of products right there. I wanted to understand from you, are you going to be looking at adding any more product categories going forward from here, expanding your current product portfolio from the current as well, going forward?
Last 4 years' time, we have added 3,000 people. We have launched many chronic segment products.
Hmm.
And don't forget that 4 years back, it was COVID time. And we hired 3,000 people because we knew one day it would go away. And we saw that as an opportunity of hiring, giving training, taking talent, which was losing job actually. We have reached to quite a substantial level. Whatever little extra would be launched, it will always be gradual.
Okay.
In the last couple of years, we have really strengthened our chronic side. From nowhere, it has reached to 34% in our total pharma sales
Okay.
and growing 1.4 times to Indian pharma industry. So our focus would be going forward for consumer side and chronic side because
Okay.
disease pattern in India is changing now. That's one
Okay.
reason.
Got that. On your expansion plans, if you could talk about a little bit more as to do you plan to expand the current capacities and the R&D? And you did say that, you have been a cash-rich company always and the cash flows have been strong and you've not taken debt so far. But, to expand these facilities going forward, would you have any plan for any fundraise going forward?
We have 25 factories. We manufacture 75% of our products in-house. We don't see in near future any kind of expansion as far as the factories are concerned. A little bit expansion may take place in R&D side, but that would be minuscule. Again, we have sufficient facilities right now. So we don't see, we'll be expanding over there. Whatever expansion will take place, this would be a little bit expansion in our field force because in marketing, every company or any industry, every company should be technology enabled. But feet on the ground, in-person marketing, in-person meetings are sacrosanct. You cannot really create some kind of a mark without having your own people in-person meeting. Not possible. That's our belief.
Okay. If you could talk a little bit more on the financials, how were the FY22 revenues and, the margins and the profit as well? And what is the growth outlook on these fronts going forward?
So you understand, we're bounded by the regulatory. So future speculation, we cannot make the future.
Sure.
We cannot make any kind of speculation. Once this is over, we'll talk at length.
Okay.
But yes,
and
look at the past. Look at the past and make your own conclusion.
Yes, that's right. Okay, if you could also tell the prospective investors as to why should they be looking at investing in Mankind Pharma? What is the vision that you have going forward from here? You already are a market leader in several of the products from here. But going forward, what is the growth path going to look like for you?
So again, look, we come from a lower middle class family. So reflection of that you'll always find in Mankind. Always conservative, always lower price, always making sure that it is a company for the masses. Lightning speed execution. Whatever, once we decide something, we move very fast. We started with 50 lakh rupees in 95, right? And whatever.
And your journey is very exciting because you started off from Meerut, which is a very small town. Yeah. And now your journey to Mumbai, which will be the Dalal Street, is going to be very interesting. If you could also share some anecdotes about that.
When we launched, from Meerut, nobody thought that we'll reach to this particular level. But as a middle class guy, I have got fire in the belly. but curious mind, gratitude in the heart, and super ambitious. We are those kind of people, always aggressive, always go-getter, always believe in execution rather than just thinking too much. Yes, responsibilities are there, so we know, how to really execute those things. We've learned the tricks.
Hmm.
But
That's right.
this is one company which has always believed that every successful formula would expire one day. So keep reinventing new formulas, reinventing new things that we have always done. Whether in the past we used to cut down the prices, but combinations too. Always thinking from the point of view of consumer, from doctors, from chemists, from our distributors, from all mankind needs. Whatever, which way we can make them comfortable, happy, somehow we can really, are enabler in making sure that dreams are being met. We find ourselves very happy, and they will do their level best to make mankind successful. This is a mantra
All
we have
right.
always followed.
All right. And if I could understand a little bit as to how are you assessing the overall sector and the growth prospect for the entire pharma sector in India currently? What's the outlook there? Any kind of challenges that you believe that you need to mitigate immediately as you list?
See, I come from pharma sector, so I always talk about pharma praises Shah on pharma side. But one thing is there. This is one segment, one area which would always be there. Healthcare would always be there, and after COVID, people have become more conscious about this. And time and again, we keep seeing the spurt of different kind of problems. The consciousness of Indians towards health side have improved a lot, increased a lot. We see, going forward, we see, a lot of good things happening in pharma side.
All right. With that note, thank you so much, Mr. Jadeja, for being with us and sharing with us all these wonderful insights with all our viewers. And here's wishing you all the very best for the upcoming IPO as well. And we shall definitely touch base with you once the company goes on to list on the exchanges as well to understand more about the company and the vision going forward to help more and more viewers to understand more about the company as well. Many thanks for sparing time for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.